Welcome to the Peterson household. The two boys over there are brothers, John and Brian. John is a senior in college and is home to do laundry. Brian is a high school senior. The boys are under strict instructions from their mother to get started on their FAFSAs, but obviously have better things to do. If you have a senior in high school or a student in college, the FAFSA should be a familiar term to you. It's the free application for federal student aid, and it's the form you complete to apply for federal, state, and college-based financial aid. Anyway, you should complete the FAFSA after January 1 since you need the current tax information. Contact the college your student plans to attend and ask about their FAFSA priority date. It's important to complete the FAFSA before that date since financial aid is awarded on a first-come, first-served basis.
Dude, Mom's going to be home in 45 minutes, and she'll be mad if we haven't completed our parts of the FAFSA.
What's the big deal with the FAFSA anyways? It looks like a lot of work to me.
Well, sorry to put it to you, little bro, but if you want money for college, you're going to have to fill it out. Trust me. I wouldn't be a senior in college without it.
Yeah, right. You're only in college because your girlfriend goes there.
Whatever. Anyway, we can't pay for college ourselves. And Mom certainly can't foot the bill. And she does enough to keep you stocked with Lucky Charms and Pop-Tarts. So, since you're going to college, we both have to fill out the form and send it in. And then the colleges review it and tell us how much financial aid we can get.
And by financial aid, you would mean?
Okay. Financial aid can include grants. That's free money for families who don't make that much, like Mom supporting us on her income. I get a Pell Grant, a state grant, and a grant from the college. I even get a scholarship, too. That's free money, too. And there's this thing called work study, you know? You know how I work at the campus library? Well, the pay I get is a form of financial aid. And then there are student loans. I'm going to be paying off those forever. But it'll be great when I graduate and land that primo job.
Well, Mom has been hassling me to fill out all these scholarship applications. I mean, how am I supposed to find time to do that?
Well, it would certainly cut into your PlayStation time, wouldn't it? Listen, let's say you spend 5 hours filling out scholarship applications and you get $1,000. That's like $200 an hour. Beats the measly $7.25 you're making at the movie theater.
Okay. Well, Mom's going to be home in half an hour, and she said we had to have our parts of the FAFSA done by the time she got here. And she said you'd help me since you've done it before.
All right, let the master show you how it's done. See, Mom's got everything right here. All our PIN numbers, our W-2s, all our tax information. Dude, quit looking at the television, come over here. The website you go to is fafsa.ed.gov. Here, you do it. I'll look over your shoulder because I know it drives you crazy.
Your breath is disgusting. Hey, here we are. Now what do I do?
First, enter your PIN number. Since it's an online form, your PIN number works as your logon and your signature. Mom has a PIN number too. She got it back when I did my first FAFSA, back when I was a little punk like you. Anyway, Mom has a PIN number so she can complete the parent part of the form. Okay, Brainiac, this first part's tough. Think you can handle putting in your name, address, birth date, and social security number? Good job. There may be hope for you yet. All right, now put in your tax information, along with your whopping checking and savings account amounts. See if the FAFSA even tells you where to look on your forms.
Okay, done with that. Now on to section 3.
This one cracks me up. It asks if you're dependent or independent. Dude, if there's anybody who's dependent, it's you. You can't even blow your nose by yourself.
There, done with that.
So guess what? You've officially completed your part of the FAFSA. It was easy. And it proved you're not nearly as stupid as you look. Here, hit that save button right there. And we can do the rest when Mom gets home. Now be a good little bro and go put my clothes in the dryer while I complete my form.
Each year, colleges award billions of dollars in federal, state, and college-based financial aid. And the only way you can get a piece of the pot is to complete the FAFSA. Some of the aid is based on financial needs, such as grants, some scholarships, and work study. There are also federal student loans, and some of those are based on need. Many students take out student loans to help pay for college, but that's not a bad thing if you borrow wisely. As John and Brian showed you, the FAFSA doesn't have to be complicated. It's really pretty simple if you're prepared. Here's what you need to do. Determine if you're a dependent or independent student. John and Brian are both considered dependent students, and that means they must include parent income and asset information on the FAFSA. Students classified as independent do not include parent information. The criteria for determining dependency status certainly involves more than one's ability to blow one's nose. If you have questions about your dependency status, visit fafsa.ed.gov and click on the link that says Determine Your Dependency Status. Next, go to pin.ed.gov to apply for a Department of Education personal identification number for the student and one for a parent if the student is dependent. The number will serve as your signature, and you'll need it to access your FAFSA information online. So pick a good one and remember it, as you'll use it each year when you complete the FAFSA. Complete the FAFSA after January 1 because you'll need current tax information, and submit it before the college's FAFSA priority date because financial aid is awarded first come, first served. Here are some items you need to gather before you get started. Your personal identification numbers, federal income tax forms, W-2s, student's driver's license number, Social Security numbers, dates parents were married, separated, widowed, or divorced, current cash and checking and savings account balances, current investment values excluding parents' home and retirement plans, child support paid or received. If you own a business or farm, you may need to report the net value as an asset. Check out the FAFSA tutorial at EducationQuest.org to determine whether or not you will need to list the value on your FAFSA. For a complete list of items needed, see the Completing the FAFSA section at EducationQuest.org. Once you've gathered all these items, completing the FAFSA is pretty easy. Go to fafsa.ed.gov and get started. If you have questions along the way, see the FAFSA tutorial at EducationQuest.org. It provides user-friendly explanations of each FAFSA question. They also have a financial aid video that explains financial aid and gives more details about the FAFSA.
Yikes! Mom's home.
Go, Mom.
Hi, honey.
Let me take those for you. Dude, come over here and start putting these away so I can show our beautiful mother what we've done.
Oh, you're kidding me. You two did what I asked you to do. I figured you'd be playing video games this whole time.
Mom, come on. You're about to put 2 kids into college. You'd think we'd start being responsible and mature or something. Right, Brian?
Brian, I ran into Pete's mom at the grocery store, and I told her that we were filling out the FAFSA form, and she said she was all freaked out about it and didn't think she could do it. She was surprised when I said you boys were working on it, and I was coming home to finish it out. I told her if we can do it, she can do it, no problem. Why don't you show me what you've done here so far? This looks good. Honey, will you get me a diet soda while I finish this up?
What the? Mom! Mom! Where are my Lucky Charms?
Mrs. Peterson will now fill in her personal information, her tax information, and the amounts in her checking and savings accounts and her investments. She'll also report the child support she receives from the boy's dad. Seeing how she has all her information right there, she should be done with both FAFSAs in about a half hour. Now, you may wonder what happens after she submits the FAFSAs. Here's the deal. In a few days, she'll receive a Student Aid Report, or SAR, for each son that recaps all the information she and the boys provided on the FAFSAs. The SAR will also provide the expected family contribution, or the amount the federal government believes she and the boys can contribute toward college. The college will use that amount to award financial aid. In the spring, both boys will receive a financial aid award notification from the college that lists how much they're eligible to receive in scholarships, grants, work-study, and student loans. The family decides how much of student loans they want to accept, and then they reply to the notifications. Once all the paperwork is complete, they should be set to pay for the next year of college. Fast forward to next fall. Brian is a college freshman and is working in the school cafeteria.
Dude, sorry about the bad luck with the work-study job.
Yeah, it's rough.
but I think I can take it.
If you have questions about the FAFSA, visit EducationQuest.org or call the location nearest you. Kearney, 800-666-3721, Lincoln, 800-303-3745, Omaha, 888-357-6300.